we're talking with Paula Ruffin from the Lyon Township DDA. Welcome, Paula.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, another new face. We talked to many people from the Lyon Township DDA.
Yeah.
Lots of activity, lots of events going on there. But let's kind of back things up a little bit and just talk about Lyon Township and kind of where it's come from and where it's headed and so forth. So let's start. Where did it originate and what has it been like over there over the course of time?
Well, I can't necessarily talk about where the origination is, so
okay,
we need John Bell for that.
Far,
yeah, okay.
But more recently,
okay.
Backing up a little bit,
right.
what have things been
I do
like?
know there's a stagecoach. We're an old stagecoach town, so we have that.
Okay.
So I've actually been a business owner in Lyon Township for 24 years, coming up at 24 years. I own New Hudson Chiropractic. And Lyon Township it was one of those areas that I really wanted to be in a small town, big city.
Right.
And I was out in Waterford, my original practice, and it was this big sea of people, and I just didn't feel like I could create this connection.
Right.
And so I was lucky enough to find a doc who was going to sell his practice, and I bought it, and it has been amazing. And I came here and I thought, wow, I'm home. This is exactly what I wanted. The ability to just connect with people, even just through word of mouth. I would walk into businesses and they're like, "Oh, you're the new chiropractor in town," and
cool.
or yeah, you're new over. So people talk, which I liked, right? So you got to behave yourself. Exactly. So it took a while for me to be able to get involved with the DDA. I was a single mom raising my daughter, but it was also one of those things I really had a yearning for it because I was watching this incredible town with these incredible people, but yet there was nothing really there that supported the businesses and that brought people to the community.
Right.
And so I finally it was about 3 years ago, and Troy Powell had told me there was a seat open on the board, and my daughter at the time was, I think, 16 or 17. I said, It's time. It's time for Mama to do her thing now. Yeah. And so I got got appointed to the board, and it's been amazing. It's just getting to know what it requires to build a community, to connect, to build I had no idea what was involved with building a road.
Exactly.
Or a parking lot.
That's one of those things we take for granted as a resident. You just kind of realize, well, there's a road here, and there seem to be some activities there, but there's a purpose, and there's intention, and there's groups behind it.
Yes, and the details that go along with it. So that's been, and I've been a part of chambers for many, many years. And it's nothing like that, right?
Yeah.
So I had thought, boy, we need some things here that are going to draw people to Lyon Township. What can we do? And so with Troy Powell and Troy had started some events with Tina Archer, our former DDA director, and they were able to start this little event called Lighting Up the Grand.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yep. So and I don't know if you came out for it, but it was just a lighted walkway, and they set it up during COVID, and it became one of the most visited places in the area.
That's awesome.
Because people couldn't go anywhere,
and
it was self-guided, and it was outside. So then it was born.
Yes.
So then,
and those things don't have to always be big. It doesn't have to be the world's largest convention or activity. It can be something as simple as a light up the night type thing, and people come out and start to experience the township and so forth.
Yeah, so it was really cool. So then from there, then we got Amy Allen, and Amy's been amazing as the new director, and she just fits right in, and I know she's done amazing things for the South Lyon community. So we are blessed to have her, and she's incredibly organized for Troy Powell and myself were the co-chairs of the promotions committee. And so for people like he and I, we just want to run hard and break things. And Amy's the one that, she keeps us all tied together, right? So she's good like that. We need the organization person in the group. But so Troy came back onto the board about 5 years ago. And prior to that, there had not been a promotions committee for over 10 years.
Right.
And I think there were only 2 events that the DDA had sponsored in that 10-year time. And we were talking that we have Leo, the Lyon Events Organization. They do Kite Fest every year. And that's an incredible event, but it's one a year.
Right.
So he then Troy asked me to be on the board, and that's when I said to him, listen, this is a ghost town. Let's make some things happen.
Right.
I started to think about, I'm sitting here complaining about all the problems and not having the support and not seeing community come together. Then I was like, let's just do something about it.
Yeah.
And so we spun off of lighting up the Grand, and now we have multiple concerts in the park. Every other week, I think we've got
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys are out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I mean, what did you think of that?
So awesome. I mean, again, to be able to bring the community together, have some talent there on stage. And it's just, it is a wonderful time to be able to, especially in the summertime, which I love summertime compared to what we're experiencing right now in late fall. But it is great to be able to have those events. Again, they aren't to be over-engineered, but to be able to bring the community together and just have an impact and make it a place of destination to go.
People were thanking us. They said, we have to go outside of Lyon Township to get anything like this. So even if, I mean, you know, it's not that coming to South Lyon or going to Milford is bad or Brighton.
Right.
It's just if you could just drive a mile or two down the road and it's right here.
Exactly.
And it's in your community. Yeah. So we really felt like, wow, we're bringing this community together.
Right.
So then this past year we did a Get Fit on the Grand. So I led that. That was 2 hours to bring in wellness providers. I would do a half-hour Q&A in there about health and wellness. So that was fun. So we got to showcase some of the different Pilates studios and workout places around the area. We're tweaking that, so watch for that to come back again next year. Probably starting. It's going to start in the spring.
It's called Fit on the
Get
Grand.
Fit on the Grand.
Okay.
So everything that we do is on the Grand.
Right.
And so
Grand River.
It's on Grand River, so why not? So we have a website, and it's called Fun on the Grand. Okay. So if people want to get more information, you can go there, and it has a list of all our events.
Now you have some events. Do you want to highlight some of those?
I would love
now?
to.
All right, let's talk about some of those events.
Okay. So we do have coming up, it's called Giving on the Grand, and it's Saturday, November 25th, I think.
So 2 days after Thanksgiving.
2 days after Thanksgiving, so I'm not sure if this will air in time, but that's Giving on the Grand, and what we do there is we bring out all the volunteers. So also, everything that we do, if your audience is interested, is an opportunity for volunteer hours.
Okay, cool.
So we get a lot of scout troops in and students and people coming in who need that. So they're going to help us set up the lighted walkway. The lighted walkway grows every year.
Very cool.
And so we'll be doing that. There'll be a pancake breakfast that morning. And then we get help from the volunteers to set up the lighted walkway, and then we'll be decorating the float because we'll be down here in South Lyon for the South Lyon Parade.
Nice.
So we have that going on, and then lighting up the Grand is actually Saturday, December 8th, and I believe it's from 4 to 8 p.m.
Gotcha.
I'm going off of memory.
That's fine. Okay. Also the website. So
that's right. Okay, that's right.
Make sure you check the
Don't
website.
quote me. Okay,
Exactly.
but kind of quote me. Okay. So then lighting up the Grand it's just an incredible event. When you come out, we've got face painting and we have the Grinch coming, and we have Santa and letters to Santa and carolers, and we have fire pits and s'mores, and
I love s'mores.
Right? It's amazing. So it's a wonderful winter event, and again, it's one of those things. So Tina and Troy did the very first one, like I said, in 2020. Then in 2021, I came around, and there was 4 of us. Basically, that was the promotions committee that year in 2021, and we put that event on. And our goal was to have all the businesses along Grand River doing something. Mm-hmm. We had it. I mean, it was planned. I had things in my office. The New Hudson Inn had things. The winery had things. So we were making it this wonderful strolling event.
Cool.
Super cool, right?
Yeah.
There was a power outage because there was a heavy windstorm. So we did all this planning, and it took the power down, and we said, we can't do it.
Yeah.
But we called everybody. I mean, we were voraciously on the phone, calling all of our vendors, everybody, and we moved it all the way down to the church. So we said, well, let's just, instead of having it along Grand River, put everything over at the church. Yep. So the New Hudson United Methodist Church has been an incredible community partner.
Great step for the community.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we said, we'll move it all down there on the following Friday. And the only person I think that couldn't make it was our magician.
Okay.
So that day, we had over 300 people in attendance.
That's awesome.
Right?
Pivot that quickly.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So then it's just grown each year.
Yep.
So that just shows you that people are starving for events right within our little community.
They're family events. They're things that people can get involved in. And again, you don't have to travel to downtown Detroit to see a Lions game or a concert down there. Bringing stuff here to the local community is awesome. So, any other events you want to have?
So then after that, coming up up, then next year we'll be planning for our Music on the Grand.
Okay, yep.
So those will be our concerts. I don't have the exact date that they'll start, but usually they start early to mid-June.
Okay.
We have them.
By the time the snow's melted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Put your snowshoes away then.
That's right.
You don't have to wear a parka if
No.
you're in the park, right?
No.
So we'll have our Music on the Grand. So that's every other week in the summer, and then Get Fit on the Grand. We'll have usually like 3 segments in between those.
Cool.
And then we could set our sights for next year. We do Scarecrows on the Grand, and that again is all the which you guys do Scarecrows
Yes,
here in
right
South
down.
Lyon.
Yeah,
so we're
exactly.
trying to do something like that where the businesses can create scarecrows and participate, and just trying to what can we do to help support the community
Right.
and the businesses.
Yep.
And one of the things that I'm really passionate about is helping businesses grow.
Right.
So I'm going to be working with Oakland County and helping us. So John from Oakland County, he works with the Main Street program.
Okay.
And so he's going to help us really focus and target on other things we can be doing. So
That's
I
nice.
want to help the businesses really look at, when you're an entrepreneur, what do you need to be doing? What
Right.
can you focus on? Is it something as simple as social media? Do you just need help doing this?
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Getting your message out through video and
Right.
and audio, and but how can we help you build and grow as a business? Because if you're not here, we don't have a community.
Right. Exactly.
So that's going to be, those are things that will be coming up for next year.
Good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you'd like to share with us tonight?
Just make sure you follow us, Lyon TWP DDA on Instagram, and then go to Fun on the Grand, and you can find all of the links there.
Perfect.
So yeah,
Wonderful. Well, Paul, it's very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you
and
too.
we'll look to see you in downtown Lyon Township.
we'll see you soon.
All
Yeah,
right,
we'll
sounds
see
good.
you at the parade here.
That's
in a
right.
couple weeks.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, thanks so much. All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.